In the film's opening scene, Gorr and his daughter walk through an arid wasteland. The girl passes away in Gorr's arms as he carries her until the end. After a while, he encounters the paradise of the god Rapu, which has food and water. Gorr is Rapu's last disciple, and he pleads for help. He is coldly shunned by Rapu, and Gorr relinquishes him. He is then called upon by the Necrosword, a weapon that can kill gods and was just retrieved from another being that attempted to kill them. As a result of Gorr's acceptance of the Necrosword's call, Rapu is slain. Then he vows to exterminate every god in existence. In the next scene, Korg tells the legend of Thor to a group of Asgardian children. It was through battle that he grew in as a legendary hero. He saved the world many times, but he also lost many close to him, including his mother Frigga and his brother Loki. In the years since his last adventure, Thor has regained his cardio health. He has been on numerous adventures with the Guardians of the Galaxy, Star-Lord, Drax, Mantis, Nebula, Rocket, and Groot. Thor still misses Jane Foster, the love of his life. Behind his rough exterior, Korg observes that Thor hides a great deal of emotional pain. Invaders like birds overrun a planet where Thor and the Guardians land. Thor uses Stormbreaker and flies into battle, with the Guardians doing some heavy lifting and shooting. Upon wrecking all the invaders and their ships, Thor and the Guardians are presented with 2 giant screaming goats from the king of the land. On Earth, Jane is undergoing treatment for stage 4 cancer. During her chemotherapy, Darcy Lewis provides her with support. Also, Dr. Eric Selvig tries to help, but Jane's prospects aren't good. To find further help, she investigates Asgardian magic and discovers that Mjolnir may be the key. Valkyrie is now ruling New Asgard, and the place has become a tourist destination, complete with theater troupes reenacting Thor's adventures featuring Luke Hemsworth as Thor, Matt Damon as Loki, Sam Neill as Odin, and Melissa McCarthy as Hela. Jane visits a museum where Mjolnir's broken pieces are displayed. In Jane's presence, the pieces glow and react. As the team flies away and tries to tame the goats, a distress signal is detected from Lady Sif, who appears to be in the midst of a major battle and calls to Thor. Thor decides to part ways with the Guardians, realizing that they may be facing a greater threat than they anticipate. With Korg, he opens the Bifrost with Stormbreaker's power and travels to Sif's location. Thor and Korg discover the skeleton of Falagar in an icy land. Upon finding Sif injured with her arm missing, Thor believes she is about to die. During the conversation, she tells Thor about Gorr's mission to kill gods, earning him the moniker, God Butcher. As they return to New Asgard, Asgardians are being attacked by Gorr and his minions, Black Berserkers. As Thor smashes down the monsters with Stormbreaker, Korg rescues Sif. During the battle, Thor is excited to see Mjolnir approaching, until it returns to Jane, who is now wearing armor as the mighty Thor. It amazes Thor to see her there. In the next chapter of Korg's story, he offers a brief glimpse into Thor and Jane's relationship. Their previous adventures led them to start a serious relationship, but due to Thor's heroics and Jane's science studies, they couldn't make the relationship work, so they broke up. Even so, Thor is delighted to see Jane again. The Asgardian children are then captured by Gorr's monsters and imprisoned far from home. From Axel, son of Heimdall, the heroes receive a projected image. His help in revealing the kids' whereabouts in the Shadow Realm becomes possible because of Thor's help. In order to gather other gods for assistance, Thor decides to work with Jane, Valkyrie, and Or. As the team travels to Omnipotent City, they encounter all kinds of gods. In disguise, the four watch Zeus make a grand entrance, and Thor cites Zeus as an inspiration to him. Zeus, however, soon proves to be nothing more than a jerk who is more concerned with orgies than with the well-being of the gods. Thor is caught and exposed, literally, naked, forcing the other 3 to reveal themselves. Thor warns Zeus and the gods of Gorr's threat to go after him, but Zeus doesn't seem to be bothered to help or even lend them his lightning bolt. Zeus acknowledges the danger Gorr poses, but neither he nor the gods are too concerned to help. In addition, Zeus says that Gorr will not reach eternity, which Valkyrie tells Jane can grant wishes to anyone, meaning Gorr will kill all the gods simultaneously with his wish. Thor and his friends fight against Zeus's guards, but Zeus strikes Korg's body, shattering it but not killing him. Taking revenge on Zeus, the god of thunder retaliates by hurling Zeus's bolt through his chest. For them to be able to get out, Korg summons the goats to bring their ship back. Valkyrie takes Zeus' lightning bolt and they fly away from the god's land. During their journey to the Shadow Realm, Thor sees Stormbreaker apparently jealous of the attention he has been giving Jane and Mjolnir, prompting him to reassure Stormbreaker that they are still a couple. There is also discussion between Thor and Jane, and it appears that they are rekindling their romantic feelings for one another. Upon reaching the Shadow Realm, everything has been stripped of color. They check the place and Jane finds out that the Stormbreaker is the key to open the portal. As a result, Jane throws Stormbreaker into space, knowing that Gorr will use the Bifrost to reach eternity. Having found them, Jane and Valkyrie are threatened with death by Gorr unless Thor summons Stormbreaker, leaving Thor with no choice but to do so. Gorr battles Thor, Jane, and Valkyrie, wounding Valkyrie in the process. In a last-ditch effort to escape with Jane and Valkyrie, Thor grabs the axe and opens the Bifrost, only to have Gorr catch Stormbreaker just as they teleport away. The lack of armor has left Jane weak and sickly. After Thor brings Jane to a hospital, he learns that Mjolnir is killing her faster because of her prolonged use of it. Even though she wants to help Thor fight Gorr, he tells her that he loves her and wants her to live. Reluctantly, she lets Thor depart on his own. The lightning bolt of Zeus is delivered to Thor by Valkyrie, and he marches. The children are brought to eternity, where Stormbreaker is placed down to begin the process. The mighty Thor arrives at the place and provides temporary powers to all children to use their own weapons against black berserkers that is being sent by Gorr. The mighty Thor battles Gorr with all his might, but Gorr overpowers him. Jane senses this and utilizes Mjolnir again. She makes her entrance to the eternity and pummels Gorr with his all powers and Thor free his Stormbreaker. Jane and Thor destroy the Necrosword together with their combined forces. Nevertheless, the gate to eternity has been opened. As Gorr attempts to make his wish, Thor tells him that he doesn't want revenge, but rather love. Instead of fighting Gorr, Thor chooses to spend his final moments with Jane, who is dying. As Gorr realizes that he is dying because of his prolonged corruption from the Necrosword, he uses his wish to see his daughter one more time before he dies. In the aftermath of Jane's death, Thor remains by her side, reaffirming their love for one another and sharing one last kiss as she disintegrates. Gorr asks Thor to take care of his daughter before he dies and spends one last moment with her. According to Korg, Jane's sacrifice made her a hero in an Asgardian legend. As Valkyrie returned to New Asgard, she trains the children for self-defense with Lady Sif. After getting his body back, Korg found a male partner of his species, having adopted Gorr's daughter. Thor names her Love, and she is shown just as tough as he is. When an incoming threat threatens them, they leave their home together, with Korg calling them Love and Thunder. The mid-credits scene reveals that Zeus is still alive, plotting revenge against Thor. In response, he entrusts the task to his son, Hercules. The post-credits scene features Jane's spirit being welcomed by Heimdall. In Valhalla, the land of the gods, he welcomes her. And movie ends here. So, this was the recap of Thor Love and Thunder, the latest film from Marvel. I hope you've enjoyed this one. Give thumbs and subscribe this channel for more content like this. Have any suggestions or any questions? Please let me know in the comments section. Have a good day and thanks for watching.